Shalom. All right, this is your brother Samak once again on another lesson. Giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Shem Yahushai, and double honors to the elders and the apostles from Apostle Har on down. Peace and blessings to the elect. In transit today, just getting off the clock. Lesson I wanted to talk about something that kind of sprung up today in the spirit was how there's peace in having faith. All right, there's peace within faith, because as you go through your walk in your life, there's a lot of uncertainty, right? And we know that to be true, right? Life itself is uncertainty. Everything you plan does not go according to that plan. Everything you set out to do doesn't always work out that way. And even if you're on your walk and you're doing everything you need to do, you have a routine, structure, whatever, there's always little wrenches that get thrown in there that kind of take you off course, that or set you back, or that can stop you from pretty much accomplishing certain things that need to be done, right? Or maybe you might have to lose some sleep because you still got stuff you need to get done because something came up and took up an hour or two of your time. So a big part of that is being adaptable, right? Being fluid like water, right? So and the peace in that is because, all right, when you put your trust and faith in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, right, and you read these scriptures, right, Romans 15:4 says that these scriptures, right, these words were written aforetime for our learning, so that we may read them and have hope, right? Faith, hope, something to look forward to, right? Something to keep us grounded. That's ultimately what our faith is. Our faith is our anchor, right? And without it, we're easily blown away by pretty much just all the devices of this world, the tribulations, the afflictions. And if you don't have faith in the Most High, that you got to have faith in His Word, right? Hebrews 6th chapter, and I believe the first verse states that without faith it is impossible to please Him, for you must believe that He is, and He is a rewarder of them that diligently seek Him. So you have to believe that the Most High is a rewarder of them that diligently seek Him, right? So if you are diligently seeking the Most High, you're striving to obtain His grace and His mercy, right? You're striving to obey the laws, statutes, commandments to the best of your ability. You're being charitable. It's these things are repetitive, right? If you're doing what needs to be done for the Lord, if you're making those sacrifices, if you're living apart from the world, right? It's not that hard. It's not about you can't enjoy certain luxuries in life, but it's about the spirit in which you do things, and sometimes, a lot of times, abstaining from doing certain things because it doesn't align with the lifestyle and the morals that Yahweh has set up before us, right? Going down through Moses all the way up to Yahweh Shai. So having that faith, it grants you peace in the uncertainty, right? It gives you serenity, so that when you're going through tribulations and trials and there uncertainty arises, you're not completely caught off guard and you're not stressing. I always like to say, I'm stressed, but I'm not stressing. Because I have stress in my life, right? I got responsibilities, family, and sometimes shit just be going wrong, and I got financial obligations here and obligations there, and this came up and I got to finesse, and it's stressful, but I'm not stressing, right? Being stressed is how I explain it is, being stressed is the act of having stress, right? The state of having stress in your life. Stressing is the action of actively stressing or actively worrying and doubting that the very stress you have in your life or situation you have in your life are not going to be pretty much resolved, or you're unsure of how it'll be resolved, right? That's That's stressing. So yeah, I have stress. I'm stressed, but I'm never stressing. Why? Because I put my faith in the Heavenly Father. No matter what it is. The Most High stated that those that seek Him, those that fear Him, He would deliver them. Right? It's also stated that in Joshua, and that's Psalms 34, I quote it, right? 34 verse 7, I believe. And also going into Psalms 37, and I believe verse 4 or 37, it says, put your trust in the Lord and He shall give you the desire of your hearts, right? And sometimes your desire can be simply stability, right? It's not about having excess, but stability, right? The Most High knows our spirits. He knows what we need. He knows what we can handle and what we cannot. So, it's as simple as that, right? So now, when you have that understanding, right? You have the understanding of the scripture. You have the understanding of the word. It gives you peace knowing that, okay, I don't have control, right? Once you come to accept this, you realize, yo, you don't have control. You really don't have control over your life. You have control over your actions. And even then, sometimes you don't, because sometimes you have to do certain things that you might not necessarily want to do. But sometimes shit just got to get done. You know what I mean? And we're in Babylon, man. We're in Babylon. You're not always going to be able. We're in Babylon, so you're not always going to be able to do what needs to be done, right? Or you're not able to uphold the law to perfection. And we know that we're not justified by the law, because those that justify themselves in the law, right, you're going to be judged by all the law, right? So you're basically in your perfection and keeping the law. No one's keeping the law perfectly, It's impossible. Not in this society, not in these bodies. It's impossible. So just let that be, let's keep the record straight on that. So so all you brothers, you should be seeking that peace that's within the scriptures, that's within the Lord. Pray for it. Pray for courage. Pray for serenity. Serenity is pretty much just a state of being like very peaceful, very calm, serene. It's also synonymous with just faithful, man. You know what I mean? Like if you're ever in a very hostile environment and you'll notice all the people around you are freaking out and they're stressing and worrying, and you're just real calm and nonchalant about it. You know what I mean? Because you're like, look, man, the Lord gonna do. It's nothing that I can do. If there's anything that I can do, I'll do it. But outside of that, there's no point in stressing and worrying, because it does nothing. Stress, worry, the only thing it does is it adds stress on your life. Ages you. Kills your hormones, man. Kills your faith. So I'll put all my money on hope and faith in the Lord, man. Live a peaceful life. Be nonchalant, as they will call it, but I call it serene, man. We're calm, we're peaceful, we're hopeful. You know what I mean? Some people are like, yo, but what if this happened? What you gonna do? Hey, may God be with me. Hey, God be with me. That's all you can do. Is pray to the Heavenly Father to be with you, man. That's all you can do. Pray how about Shema Shah is with you, and do right by Him. Put on as the elect, and keep those character traits of a righteous man or woman. Make sacrifices as they come and as they're fit. Be charitable and always strive for the kingdom, man. So Lord willing, that's pretty much the point. Quick to the point. Just wanted to share His word, something that was on my spirit. Lord willing, this video is edifying to you brothers and sisters. Till next time, shalom.